All right, Nico, I'm gonna just record this really quick to hopefully this will help. But so what I'm gonna do is this is my light right here, and it's creating this, and it's just gonna keep flickering or flashing like this, and it should keep going for as long as I want it to. So um, let's go in and take a look at creating that blueprint for this. So the way that I set this one up, I made a new point light. Just drop a new point light in here, and I'm going to use this light as my blueprint or the base for my blueprint. So I'll select the light, and then I'll go up here to blueprint, and I'll say convert selection to blueprint class, and I'm going to harvest components and call this one light flicker 2 and select that guy. So when I'm in here, this is my where I'm going to do the blueprint for this. So I'm just going to go to the event graph. And on this one, I'll automatically have the light component in here. So I'll drag that out and drop it, and I'll say get. The reason I already have this is because I'm creating the blueprint from that particular light. So what I'm going to do on this is from my event begin play, I'm going to drag out, I'm going to set intensity, and it'll actually ask me what I want to do. Set intensity light component 1. That's what I want to do. And actually, in this case, I didn't need to drag that out, but if I didn't have this one, if I just did a set intensity, I could plug that in, but it'll automatically connect to that light because I'm in that blueprint. And then from this one, what we'll do is we'll pull off of here and we'll type in re-triggerable delay, and then we'll just piggyback that there. So that's all I'm doing here. I'm going to right click and I'm going to type in random float, and I want in range, and we'll change this for the duration, and I'll make it really small. So I'll do like 0.2, and then the max that I'll want to wait is like maybe 0.8. It's going to be a pretty quick flicker here. And then down here for the intensity, I'm going to do the same thing and copy and then paste this, drag and drop that in. And this is where, again, depending on what you're trying to do, the value on this, I'm going to make it like 50 and then 100. Oh, that's really bright. 100. So it's only going to go down to 50 and it'll go max to 100. So if yours isn't flashing as much as you'd like it to, you could increase the min value, let's say to 80, and then the max value to like 120 or something. So you're getting a higher range, but I think this should work okay for what we want. So I'll compile and save this one and pop back here. And just so you can see the difference, I'll change the light color on this one to like red, something like that. So now hopefully should be able to pop over here, and you can see it's doing that. And you can see it's flickering a lot faster. But again, because I have that flicker value set between 50 and 100, I'm getting that range in there. So if I wanted to change that, what I could do is, I'm actually looking at that. My red did not stay red, which is weird. That's okay. But what I could do is I could come in here and change that value again. Let's just say we'll make it 100 to 150. Compile and save. And then what we should be getting, you see it's only within that value of 50. Now if you want it to go from 0 to 100 and like only have like 2 values, this what's going to happen is this is just a random float in a range between 0 or between 100 and 150. But if you wanted it to be a hard set number, we could do that, but it wouldn't be the random float. If you wanted to say flicker really fast, like that would be a different setup. Let me set that up and I'll come back and show you how to do that one too. Okay, so to create 2 values that we're going to switch between, we just have to create what's called a select float. So let me actually set this up, and then we're going to use a flip-flop. So the setup for it's a little bit funky, but let me just show you how it works. So there's my original. So what I'll do is I'll right-click in here and say select float, And then what this gives us is it gives us a return value. So it gives us something to export out of this node. And the values I can set, let's say I set it to 0, or oh, you know, we'll do something small like 10 and 100. And now what it's going to do, it's going to pick one of those. It's either going to say, I want A or B. So it's either going to say, do pick A and then execute, or pick B and then execute. So what we'll do is we'll make a little node called a flip flop. And what this does, it just says either do this or do that. So do A or do B. And then this output here is going to go in here. So it's going to say each time it runs through, it's going to say is A or is B. And that's it. So now when that exports out, it's going to say it's A, it's going to set this to true, or if it's B, it's going to set it to false. That's all we're doing. And then when this is true, this pick A is true, the A goes. If it's false, the B goes. So now what we got to do is we actually got to get this to execute. So the flip-flop here, let's pull this over. Oops, let's pull this out of the way. This flip-flop needs to execute somehow. So logically, what we'll do is on my first one, what we'll get is the value will come through. It'll then go through the retriggerable delay, and after that retriggerable delay, will go into the flip-flop. So then it's going to say each time it delays, it'll then change the value before it runs into the set interval. So then what we'll do is we'll stick this, the A value, the A execute will go into the set intensity, and the B execute will go into the set intensity. So in either of these, it will go into the set intensity, but on every pass through this flip-flop, it'll swap it back and forth. So what we should get is if we go into our game, it's going to do that. And the cool thing about this is the way that this is set up is this random float in range. You can change this value to even smaller, so like 0.001, and a higher value like 5. Compile and save, and you'll get a much more randomized look for the light. So you see, like now it's like doing it, but it's happening either on a 5 value or a random inside that. So there was like a real quick one, right? So you can come in here and play with this value. Say I have it like 0.001, we'll say 0.2. So it's going to be like a really fast flicker. Compile and save, and you get that. Okay? So hopefully that helps kind of get you where you need to be with that. So I will upload this to YouTube. Well, you'll have already seen it, so you'll know that it's on YouTube.